what's up, Agent619.com fans? It's Jeff Lozatis today, but yeah, we got my dad's truck, so it's a little bit shaky, but we're off to Ramona. I will blend in perfectly with the residents of Ramona. A lot of truck drivers, a lot of farm workers, a lot of ranch hands out there. But again, I'm telling you, it's a great spot. We're switching hats from a buyer's agent to a listing agent, which we normally do a lot of. What I like to do is kind of refresh myself on some of the inventory, and I like to see what the competition looks like, see what we're up against, how can we stack up against them, how can we be better than them, and set up our seller to have more exposure than them, or to have that unique selling feature that all of our other competition does not have. We're gonna check out some of those properties, so I'm gonna keep this video a little bit brief when it comes to talking, because I don't want you guys to get sick. I'm getting a little bit sick watching myself shooting this, so we'll keep them brief. I don't know which one that guy is, but good dogs. Anyway, back to the house. Really good quality. It's got that like 1980s build out. We like the way it's laid out. You can tell from the pictures if you click the link below, but it's got some popcorn ceiling on there. It got some can lights. They didn't want to remove the popcorn ceiling just because there's a heating element in there, so you don't want to mess with something like that. So compared to the property that we're going to be putting onto the market, I would say this one's styled a little bit older than our current one. Okay, fine, you could call it superior, but this one's got like massive land. I mean, that's a full, like half to a full acre. I'm gonna be guessing at least an acre. It's got the land superiority there, but then the square footage and the modernization is still our property is superior. It's a very good comparable. I would use this as a square footage, a price per square footage comparable. It's very comparable. It's very close to the main artery of Ramona. So that's how we're kind of stacking up things, apples to apples. Welcome to property number 2. Okay, so we're over here at property number 2. Yeah, it's got like that older dark green, it's like teddy bear plush carpeting and everything, but the seller's addressing that in the MLS, and if you want to get more info about that or the price, click on the link below. Mid-80s kind of build out and painted wood. It's kind of dark inside, even though they had like multiple like sun lights, or but you know, it's those lights that are cut through the ceiling and everything. Despite that, there was light coming in, but it still felt dark, and the thing was that carpet that kind of ate up a lot of the light. And the bedrooms are of really good size. If you rehab the interior to maximize the light here, I think it's a good property. I mean, look at this. You got a toy fifth wheel right here, and you've got all this land up in front. So compared to our property, style-wise and modernization-wise, we're still superior. But this one does have the land superiority to ours. I would chalk it up as a give and take for land versus newer, modern feel. Hey, we made a friend. Hey, buddy. Bam. You want a pet? Oh, I would so pet you, but I'm so allergic to cats. Okay, so we just wrapped up property number 3, and I couldn't give the evaluation there. The homeowners were there. It was cool because the owners were actually the ones who designed and built the house. There are two things in the house. One side was like the granite flat side, and it's got a completely separate access door and a completely separate kitchen area and living space. So it really is like a self-contained granny flat. And then on the main part of the house, which is still 3 bedrooms, they concentrated on just providing like the minimum bedroom sizes. So like they weren't small, but they were like standard size. But they didn't want anything too crazy for the bedrooms because they wanted to maximize the common area, the family room, because they wanted their kids to interact as a family in the common area. So that's how they set it up, and you really do get that cool feel to how they designed the house. It's probably the most modernized of the 3 properties that we saw today. The modernization, it was nice, but it wasn't like the 2000s build out. It's more like 1990s. Let's match that up from this property to our property that's coming on market soon. I would say it's the closest we have to modernization, but I think our property, it's gonna have that newer appeal to the homeowners when it's properly exposed to the market here in Ramona, that we're gonna get good buyer traffic on through, because we are positioned to be one of the most modern properties out there. So property number 3 is probably the closest like quality match to us, but I think we're a little bit more superior. But property number 3 does have the acreage, 1.3 acres. You can't really compare our property with that one, but when it came to the actual structure itself, it's very close, but I still think that we're gonna have a superior product when it hits the market. Yeah, so we're gonna be meeting with the sellers tonight and go over some of the details. Based off of these 3 properties today, we definitely have the modernization factor. We do not have the acreage factor. We know there is a market for that here in Ramona still. Break time. So client's gonna be a little bit late, just getting out of work. So we got a little bit of time with my junior agent, secret junior agent. Look, he's there, no, he's not there. Not there, not there. I could have sworn he was there a second ago. Just getting some fries, waiting for the client to get in, and we'll go check out the property once we get over there. Sorry for just white shirt and glasses. I had to dress down, I had to stop by the office for something. Late, it's like 9 o'clock right now. I wanted to wrap up some of the suggestions that I had for the seller. So what we talked about was a couple of little tidbits to help out with marketability, expose their property to the market, and to get as much attention and buzz around the property. Being a good seller's agent is being a good buyer's agent. So that's what we do. We do a seller's evaluation by, surprisingly, flipping it and going in as a buyer's evaluation to tell the seller what we think, what the first thoughts and impressions are as a buyer's agent. It's just very raw and very honest about what I think of it as a buyer's agent. So I had some suggestions about lighting, I had some suggestions about styling of the fixtures around the house. I had some suggestions about the furniture and how it made me feel. Did I feel like this room was small? Did I feel like this room was mixed use and I couldn't really figure out what to do with it? I haven't been onto this property for about 2 years when we first bought the property from the last owners, and it's literally like night and day. All the things that we complained about the property going in, they fixed up and modernized. So that's why this property feels so modern compared to all the other active inventory in Ramona. I was saying all that stuff, and that's kind of how we're a little bit unique when it comes to selling properties. We really do try to expose your property to the correct buyer's market, and we try to put our best foot forward. And the only way to do that is put on our buyer's hat and tell the seller what we would think. Buyers will base their decisions off of those first impressions, and that is what we want to control. And so if we can control the first impressions by having lots of bright lighting, open up the room for size, that is how we're going to get the buyers to hop off the fence, write the offer, and then get our sellers in escrow so that we can both parties will be happy. We're a little bit different to help you, the sellers, maximize your price and get you maximum exposure so that you're happier clients and you can refer more business to us. If your agent isn't doing that sort of stuff, please ask them to do it. And if they won't do it, hey, look us up. We'll be happy to go in and give you an evaluation on your property, even if you're not ready to sell just yet. My name is Jeff Lozatis. Our phone number is 619-800-2619. You can find us at agent619.com or look us up on Facebook or even on YouTube. Thanks.